Hey guys, Riley and Braden here with the T-Storm Chasers, here back at you with another weather video to discuss the latest weather trends and current conditions. As you see on the screen here, we have pulled up our weather alerts map, current hazards. There is a winter weather advisory still in effect here for much of South Dakota. Does include the Sioux Falls and T area. Also in Nebraska, we do have a winter storm warning that was issued as well. It doesn't appear to be showing up on the screen, but that is in effect in northeastern Nebraska. Also, much of Iowa as well in effect for that winter weather advisory. And again, we got Braden here
Yep.
with me to discuss this.
Yes. So the next thing we're going to take a look at here is the precipitation over the next couple of days. We're not really going to get much in the way of any form of precipitation whatsoever. So no rain, no snow. We're going to take a breath of fresh air with no snow in the mix for the next couple of days. So that'll be really nice. And we're looking into next week, maybe a possibility of rain. But for now, we can just take a load off for snow. So we're not looking forward to any snow within the next couple of days, which will be nice. So the next thing we're going to take a look at here will be the temperatures for the next couple of days, and I'll hand it off to Riley about those because
Yep,
we are
and oh, go ahead.
we are going to be in for a chilly next couple of weeks or next couple of days, I should say. Sorry.
Yep, through Saturday night. Sunday is when it's finally going to start to warm up. We're finally going to break out of that Arctic blast that we've been talking about. I do want to mention too that rain chance sounds like it'll be for next Wednesday. That sounds like that's when that rain will come in instead of snow. So that just tells you right there that it will be warming up next week. So as he's showing this model run here, taking us out to Monday, or starting us off on Thursday night here into Friday. As you can see, Friday and Saturday are going to be the absolute worst of this Arctic cold weather. They're coming up, so folks just got to buckle up for these next couple of days. Friday night is going to be the absolute worst of the cold weather. We're going to see lows in the minus 20s, so it is not going to be warm at all. It's going to be very, very cold weather. And as you can see here, he's taking this out through Saturday. And there it is. So Saturday night, not going to be as bad as Friday night, but still going to be bitterly cold. But then Sunday into Monday, we're finally going to start to break out of this Arctic blast and finally some warmer temps and warmer weather.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. We're gonna see some very cold temperatures Friday into Saturday. Friday into Saturday, we might be able to set some record lows for temperatures. I mean, negative
Yep.
23, it's showing up as our low here on our 3 hour graphic. We go on 3 hour time cycles for these models, and it's showing as low as negative 23. So that'll be downright
Yep.
cold. You don't want to be outside for too long, maybe 2 to 3 minutes maximum. But the next thing we're going to check out here, along with it being that cold, would be the wind chills. So, wind chills over the next few days as well, they're going to be just ugly, just not fun. Like negative 40 is what we're getting at here, and that will be one of our possibilities over the next couple of days. Sioux Falls, maybe negative 41, 42. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a negative 45 reported around here. Um, Down to the south, we might get a little bit warmer. It's not really much warmer. You won't be able to feel too much of a difference for that 2 to 3 degree difference as well. But negative 40s, negative 30s will be a definite factor for wind chills over the next few days and nights. And it's just wow. That's all I got to say about it is wow.
Yeah,
Because,
it's going to be dangerous for folks for tomorrow night in particular. We're very concerned about the wind chills for tomorrow night. Again, we talked about it. You know, wind chills. I mean, we're talking negative 30s, negative 40s again, which is what we had last week. We just experienced it, and now here we go again. But the good news is it's just going to be a one night thing. in terms of those super low wind chills before we finally start to break out of it.
Yeah, and also another positive factor about it is that we're not dealing with heavy amounts of snow coming down on top of that. So we're not dealing with one, or we're
Mm-hmm.
not dealing with three threats. We're dealing with one. So it'll be much better than the last time around, but it'll still be cold, cold as heck, and it's not going to be nice, and it's still very dangerous. But it's better that we have just the downright cold temperatures rather than downright cold temperatures plus 12 inches of snow coming down. So that's another there's a positive coming out of this, which I'm
Right.
trying to
Yep.
say, you know.
Yep.
But
So yeah, so we just wanted to emphasize for everybody tuning in that just everybody needs to be paying attention to this for starting tonight through Saturday night, and that is going to be the coldest weather that we're going to have for a while, which is good. But yeah, Friday night in particular, tomorrow night is going to be the absolute worst of that cold. So we just wanted to really emphasize that.
do we want to bring them a little bit of a positive here? I think we
Yeah,
should
let's.
I think we should give them
Yeah,
a little bit of a positive before we head into, for temperature wise, before we head into our uh, winds graphic. So
right. And we've been talking about this for a few days as well. This warm up that is going to finally start to happen and take place. So
yeah,
again, starting on Sunday, temps are going to warm.
so next week we are looking at that warm up coming through, and you might as well just figuratively just whip out the swimming trunks and go swimming. I'm not actually saying go swimming, but I mean for the Midwest and for this
Well, if
time
you
of
have a hot
year,
tub, if you have a hot tub,
yeah, go for it. But I mean for the Midwest for this time of year, it's gonna be
yeah.
warm.
So yep. So across our area, we usually see usually mid to late January. We usually do see a January thaw. Um, it's not always the case, but we usually do see that, and it looks like we're going to get that again this year.
Yeah, we'll have
Maybe not as warm as past years, but we're still going to be seeing that those temps in the 30s and reaching some 40s, especially out west, as you see there.
we'll have temperatures up into the 40s out west, which is amazing for them. Lucky, not too lucky for us in Sioux Falls at least. I mean, we still got 32, 30, between
Yeah.
32 and 35 degrees, which is very nice for this time of year, and I will be very thankful for it when it comes around because along with that, we're going to get some snow melt, and it's going to be a decent chunk of our snowpack is actually going to melt off. And so let's take a look at
Yeah.
this.
Might, yeah, you might want to take a look at that because that's another topic that we need to talk about is kind of an under the radar uh, topic in terms of what's to come here with those warmer temperatures and with the late January sun. Uh, we're actually going to melt snow than more snow than what people might think. And I've also at first I didn't really think that we were going to melt a whole lot of snow, but just thinking about again the late January sun, the temps in the mid 30s, and we're also going to get rain next week. All those factors come into play, and as he's about to show you with this model run as well, to show that snow depth that we're actually going to melt more snow than people think.
Yeah. So starting this off on Thursday night, we're looking at Yankton being at almost 20 inches of snow, 18 and a half inches of snow, and Sioux Falls being at almost 15 inches of snow. And by the time Monday comes along, we'll have around 15 inches in Yankton and 12 inches in Sioux Falls, and that just keeps going. Wednesday, we have that rain chance, so that'll melt majority of it. And by the time Friday rolls around, we'll have 3 inches in Sioux Falls and Yankton. And by the time the end of the month shows up, we could have less than an inch in both places, which is astounding to think that there's almost 20 inches of snow on the ground towards Yankton and
Yeah,
15
basically
inches.
a foot,
Yeah,
between a foot and a foot and a half of snow across much of our area, southeast South Dakota, northeast Nebraska, northwest Iowa. A foot to a foot and a half of snow is going to be trimmed down quite a bit, as you can see there. Take it out to the end of January, basically to the end of January, beginning of February. There might still be a few inches of snow on the ground, but again, we really got to start talking about this because it's very very possible that that we could have minimal snow by the beginning of February.
what we also have to think about this as well is that the implications of the runoff of all of the snowmelt. Will that cause flooding? What is our water water table at and everything like that? So as this goes along and as we melt all the snow, we'll have to watch that as well, because there might possibly be some flood watches or flood warnings issued for lower level areas.
Yeah, yeah. Without getting too far ahead,
Yes,
we
of
don't want to
course.
get too ahead of ourselves, but like that is certainly a possibility down the road in a few weeks. But
So one
yeah, let's go ahead and pull up that graphic. Yep, there we
one
go. That's our
thing
snowfall totals for today.
Yep. One thing we wanted to pull up and check out before we ended everything off and got too far ahead of ourselves as well is our snowfall totals from today. As we can see around the area, Sioux Falls got around 2.5 inches of snow, which is a decent snowfall, I would say. And down south, we had a couple of 4 inch,
Yep,
almost five
just
inches.
enough to shovel your sidewalks again.
Yeah, yeah. We had a couple 4 and 5 inch markers down towards Sioux City, kind of sporadic, but I mean they're there. We had some road troubles down south towards I-29 earlier today, some visibility impacts and everything like that. But no, not too. It's right in the middle there. It's pretty decent snowfall.
Right. Yeah, just enough to shovel your sidewalks and driveways. So, yeah, decent enough snowfall, but it was kind of sporadic. I mean, as you can see there, Pier with an inch of snow, and then you go just a little bit east towards Fort Thompson, Miller areas, and they had 2.5 to 3 inches, and then you go to Mitchell, about 2 to 3 inches, and then you go down to near the Wagner, just west of Yankton, they had a half inch of snow, and then again Sioux Falls area in that 2 to 2.5 range. So my house we got about just over 2 inches.
Yeah, down here we got like around 4 inches, and this is kind of crazy. You got an inch and a half towards Wagner, and then in the middle here by Tyndall we got a half inch, and then in Yankton there's a 5 inch marker, which kind of astounds me. That might be a little off, but it, it's it was just the intensity of the snow varied very much throughout the system. Like you could have one area that could get 5 inches, and then 10 to 15 miles to the north and to the east, you get an inch and a half of snow. So it's just a whole area of location. So
Yep.
so
Well, all right. Well, that about does it here for this video. Thank you guys all for watching, and we'll continue to provide updates, provide new videos coming out. We'll keep pumping out videos for you guys. We'll keep posting updates on our social media pages. You got Facebook, Twitter, or X, YouTube, even TikTok, and so just continue to pay attention and keep an eye on things in the weather department, and we'll continue to bring you guys the latest as we get them. So I'd like to thank Braden to be joining me tonight, and Riley here with the T Storm Chasers. You all have a great night and stay safe.